Welcome to the Roll for Crit podcast. I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes. Lots of fun news today. I think you had something you wanted to start off with?
I did actually, sort of a Kickstarter news combined into one. As we all know, there's a really popular game called Star Realms. If you haven't played it, go play it now.
We did a playback of it.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's one of the things that's also nice. It's also cheap. The creators of it are actually now on doing a new Kickstarter for a new game, epic card game. Which when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? Is this just some... But actually, it's pretty much the same kind of deal, except instead of a deck building, this one can do a bunch of different styles, but it's really focused on drafting. And if you can guess from the epic, and if you see the picture, it's much more of like a medieval. Like Star Realms, there are 4 groups. In this one, there's good, evil, wild, and sages.
All right.
And you can play around trying to make pre-constructed decks or drafting. And for the same style, it's only like $12 per card, and plus Kickstarter exclusives.
Of course.
Oh, well, no, that actually, I really like they did this in the video. They're like, you may have seen our Star Realms, and we did Kickstarter exclusives for that. And as you can see, they've become really wanted, and just in eBay and how they're going for $150 and stuff.
Wow.
So he's like, you see, you want to jump on this.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's, I mean, from them, I expect good things.
No, the reason, because when I first saw it, like I said, I saw epic card game, I'm like, what would we call that? And then I look at how much it's funded, I'm like, 600,000. Okay.
You know, that's not the only Kickstarter from last week from a well-known game developer.
Oh, who else?
We're doing Kickstarter Pickstarter early this week.
Yes, we are.
From the creator of Coup has a game up there called Melee. That's I think it's a 2-player like battle game where you're trying to take control of the other player's castle and stuff, and you're fighting each other. It's supposed to be similar, like quick, short, not backstabby, but fighty kind of game. Anyway.
And how do I, can we have multiple assassins in the game like that one time we played?
You cannot. You can only have one assassin, but that's something to look out for.
Right, what else do we have going?
Should we go into real news? Well, of course, Origins happened this last weekend. And that's out in Ohio, I think, probably.
And by last weekend, you mean after our recording of this?
I mean this last weekend. Just don't worry about it. And we obviously did not get to go. Maybe it wasn't obvious, but we didn't get to go. So that a lot of our news is going to be coming from Origins. But there is some other stuff, too. Not everything is Origins related. First of all, AEG has been showing off a bunch of the new Munchkin smash-up cards.
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
And they actually talked about some new stuff, which was pretty interesting that I did not know. It has some very different mechanics, actually. I don't know if you know anything about it or not.
No, I absolutely know
There are actually 2 new types of cards, monsters and treasures.
Oh, boy.
And they have like their own decks. So monsters are basically like minions, or maybe monsters might not have their own decks, but I'm pretty sure treasure does. Monsters are like minions, but instead of adding to the breaking point score of a base, they make the breaking point of a base higher. So their number makes it more difficult to beat.
All right.
And they might have other effects too.
So this is probably going to be like the Cthulhu expansion, which this deck is never
yeah, maybe. We'll see. And then also the monsters have treasure ratings. So if you do something to kill one or whatever, you get treasures, which are basically actions.
Okay.
So that does add a whole. It actually is making it like Munchkin.
How do you defeat the monsters?
I assume it's through like a card that'll be like kill a monster, or if you play it here or something like that.
Oh, so only the Munchkins can kill monsters.
Oh, that I don't know. There might be some.
Because then it's like, all right, I'm the Munchkin guys. I'm just gonna kill the monsters. All right, I'm just zombies.
They might be interchangeable because I'm assuming there's ways to.
Oh, maybe destroy.
Destroy a card on this base.
Wow,
or
that
something.
makes like the not zombies. The ninjas really powerful pirates who can just blast away.
I'm sure there's intricacies that I'm missing. We haven't played it yet, but yeah, it's interesting that they're doing different things.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too much of a surprise because I mean, I saw the Cthulhu one. They made it different to match the idea of what Cthulhu and Lovecraft. So Munchkin, this is sort of what Munchkin's all about.
Yeah, I guess I just expected now it's Munchkin in a deck.
No, that's for the one when it's all our fault.
Right.
Well, not our fault. It's everyone else's.
It's their fault. Yes. Partially my fault. Well, yeah, I voted. Anyway, moving on.
You didn't vote good enough.
More Munchkin-related news. Steve Jackson Games made a post about the Munchkin Comic, which apparently is doing well. That's basically all the news.
Yeah, we still haven't found that yet.
Yeah, we still have not read it ourselves, but they said they're really happy with it. It's selling well, I guess, and they're continuing to print each issue. The first edition of each issue comes with a special card, an exclusive card. So that's cool that maybe we'll see more comics coming out of games or something. Maybe more.
Well, I think there are plenty of games that have stories that could be made into comics.
Oh yeah, I mean we've we've got a whole topic of the week on that somewhere about
Probably.
different mediums of games. What else do we got here? Well, Small World has some stuff. You like Small World?
I have played that once.
Ringing endorsement.
I don't own it. That's the problem. The one
Yeah.
person who does never comes to.
Well, we've got Small World that's coming out with a designer edition.
And that is?
That is a big old box. It basically comes with Small World and 2 or 3 of the expansions, and everything's upgraded components, nicer pieces.
That's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be, here's some blank stuff, just you make the expansion for us.
Design your own edition. No, it's really a deluxe edition or something.
Oh, that's pretty cool, though.
It goes on sale June 9th, and right now I think it's only from Days of Wonder's site. And it's limited edition, so I don't know if it's going to be available wide release or anything like that. Probably they'll have some copies for Gen Con.
Right.
Stuff like that, we'll see. But so yeah, that's if you're a fan of Small World, get in early because it's going to be limited. Mm-hmm. Whenever this goes up, you'll only have 2 days to prepare if you're watching this when it comes out. So that's that. Some other big, I think this came out of Origins, but I could be wrong. Big news relevant to the two of us. New Dice Masters
property?
Property.
All right.
It's actually not Cryptozoic, who WizKids has a new property that's going to be incorporated in both Dice Masters and HeroClix, and potentially more tabletop games down the road.
All right, so I'm guessing I'm supposed to guess.
Judging
Judging by that, you just got. I assume it's a new property.
New property.
No, I'm talking the property itself. Like it's not something like Frankenstein.
It's not new. Like it's older than.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not a new thing.
Is it American?
Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't. I don't have to guess like, oh god, some weird Japanese anime.
It's something we both know.
I would hope you're making me guess something I know.
That probably everybody in this room has seen and watched.
Transformers.
Close.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You got it. So yeah, Ninja Turtles. We don't know anything about it, but we're getting Ninja Turtles, Dice Masters, and HeroClix.
I can see it as a starter set, but as a full
it's not the expansive range of characters.
Well, I don't know it as well, so I don't know as many characters, but I could be wrong.
Sure, you just have a ton of foot soldiers.
It could just be they're gonna look through all the past, or maybe they have because you said you saw an episode. I think it was at one of the Comic Cons a while ago. Of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in which they met the past Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So maybe they'll have all the different versions.
Well, there was like a whole wasn't there a whole movie? Oh gosh, there was a whole movie where like they all crossed over. Yeah, that's true. No, I think there's definitely enough for like one set and some packs. Beyond that, you probably are going to be stretching a little. Maybe I don't know.
But I mean, that's cool. I guess if you're a big fan of Dice Masters.
Yeah, or Ninja Turtles. We don't play HeroClix, but
not yet.
That's something. How about Gloom? I know you like Gloom.
I find it entertaining.
Do you like this new way we introduce stories? Do you like this game? Well, Atlas Games announced a digital version of Gloom. It is going to be launched on Kickstarter.
I don't think I'd like that.
No? Well, tell me why.
Well, for me, the reason I really like Gloom is, let's say we're all sitting at the table, it'd be like, Jonathan, he was walking along and decided, I'm going to go swim with the manatees. Like, part of it is just, I feel like being with the people preferably and just, being really silly with how you're killing off your family.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely the storytelling is a big aspect of it. I assume they must be taking that into account. Maybe there's some form of chat or something.
Yeah, but then, you're just going to get the problems like with random people mix up and like, hi, all right, this happened. I cannot say that on camera. What there's.
Yeah, something like that could happen. Yeah, be weird. So I don't know. Like I said, we don't know anything about it. All we know is it exists and it's going to be a Kickstarter.
We'll see what happens.
In September.
I could be 100% wrong.
Also, that's another. No, I guess I could see them doing it on Kickstarter. Sometimes I get a little ornery about companies with their Kickstarters. Just make it if you want to make it. They announced.
Can we note that we just started off with 2 Kickstarters?
That's different. Indie stuff is very different. I mean, they're big developers. They're known developers.
Okay.
But anyway, that's another conversation altogether. All right, so now we're getting into really the bunch of the Origin stuff. So we're filming this on Thursday, which is really the first day of Origins. Mm-hmm. So there's probably going to be some stuff we're not going to get to today. We'll get to that next week. We apologize. But there is some stuff, and I'm going to read it off to you.
Okay.
As soon as the page loads.
All right. I'm guessing King of San Francisco.
Now, of course, Origins is not Gen Con.
Right.
So there's not huge stuff, but there is some stuff. There's a new Mars Attacks game from Steve Jackson.
Like addition to the other ones, or a completely new one?
Whole new game.
Okay.
Which they seem to, I guess it's doing well for them.
This is the third one, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's the dice one, which we have played. That is quite fun. There's a miniatures game, which is a bit more expensive. And then
there's this one, which looks like another dice game.
Yay!
It's called 10-Minute Takedown. But it's more of a dexterity thing where you're actually flicking dice.
Okay.
So that's a thing that we'll be seeing soon, I think. Car Wars, another Steve Jackson game that we haven't played, is getting a card game version.
Yeah, I think haven't played is correct. Don't play implies that we're trying to avoid it.
We don't play it. There's a new Ascension set announced.
I mean expansion. Okay.
Yeah, Ascension set number 9th one, I believe.
Do we have a name?
Nope.
Okay.
But we do have. This is exciting. This is really exciting.
Fingers.
The most exciting announcements from Origins are like, here's what's going to be at Gen Con. So.
Hello, Origins. Let us tell you what you won't get to see unless you already got your Gen Con tickets.
Right. The first official Tragedy Looper expansion will be available at Gen Con.
Oh yeah.
From Z-Man. Mm-hmm. So that's exciting.
Do we have a name on that?
We do not have a name on it. So, but we'd heard rumblings about this.
We did. It just sounds familiar.
So now we know officially it will be at Gen Con. So
we're gonna have to try and get to that.
Right. Well, we got to try to play through the first one first, and then we'll get to
Fair
that.
enough. Well, we gotta try to get it.
Yeah.
Because remember last time trying to buy all that? Like, remember we went to the Z-Man table and we're like, oh wait, and I came back and it was gone.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm sure it won't sell. No one likes games here. There's some other stuff. Oh, another digital game announced that will be coming. Pandemic.
That one works.
That one works. That one works.
In fact, that'd be more interesting because you go and get random people like, okay, wait, what are you doing? Why are you going there?
I actually think that would be more interesting if they develop a solo version where you can play with AI, because it's for a digital. I feel like I like that more as just. I can't always get a group together. I'd like to hang out and just try and top some scores or something like that, save the world. Depends how they tweak it. We don't know anything about that, of course.
Okay.
Whew, and I can breathe after saying that sentence. Another big expansion. This is a big one.
There or Gen Con?
September.
Okay.
So neither. Camel Up is getting an expansion.
Does that mean it's getting a print?
That's a great. You would think that sometime before they release the expansion, there's going to be a new run of the base game.
Is it Camel Up Horse Edition?
It's called Super Cup.
Oh.
And I got real adamant about it. So that should be cool. And this is, I don't know if you knew about this. There's a bunch of stuff for the new DC deck building game.
Go on.
So why don't you, I'm actually going to pass it to you. It's like the crossover pack number 2.
I think I did hear about that.
They have some pictures. It looks like they're using stuff from the CW shows.
Yeah, that's what they're exactly what. Yeah, I heard about this.
So that's interesting.
Well, what's really cool about
scroll down, I think there's even more.
Yeah, what's really cool about it is sort of like they're realizing the things in the TV shows, the movies. You know, they're just equal. So you can have the era Oliver Queen in this case is the title of the card because that's the version.
You want to differentiate from.
Well, I'm gonna say that's.
It's hard to mistake the live action picture with the cartoon.
Well,
I guess.
I'm more like that's what the title on the card is. I don't want to say it because it didn't say Green Arrow, but it's sort of cool because the difference is that they'll take in the show now. Well, we'll actually see in the card game, so it might be. I'm trying to think Vertigo is completely different, at least in the beginning of the series of Arrow, than he is in the comics and the TV show. Like, did Vertigo come up in the Justice League Unlimited? I know you.
I don't think.
I know he comes up in Young Justice, which you haven't watched, and I have.
Probably not, because when you said that, I thought you were talking about the comic publisher.
No. But like he has a superpower, and he's sort of like Doctor Doom, in which like he can run back to his nation. Okay. But like this guy, he's a drug dealer selling a drug called Vertigo.
Huh. Okay.
So it's completely
dark and
different.
Gritty twist.
Well, I mean, it's DC. That's what they've decided to do with
all
their
forte,
properties.
Yeah.
So I think it's a cool idea, and it's not like it's a huge one. I know this one I heard about as well, which I'm really excited about. But that's just because the Teen Titan expansion.
But this one the comic.
Yes, this one isn't a small crossover. This one is actually a nice big expansion, so you can play alone.
Is that based off the show or the comic?
It is based off the comics.
Okay.
Or at least I'm assuming here because it's the comic artwork and it's not the
like
anime-ish, simple.
Yeah.
I would be very curious to see what would happen if they actually did base it off the Teen Titans Go. I wouldn't be surprised if they did because I know that's popular on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
But a lot of people hate it because it's it's all short, like 15-minute gags.
It's more like cheesy.
Yes. But I mean, they have the cards here. They look awesome.
They'll probably be on the screen for you.
Yeah. I'm definitely curious to see how the crossover pack, the first one, you haven't played it. I have.
Yeah. Justice League of America one?
Yeah, it's small, but it packs a punch. And I do mean that to use that as a pun. Because what it does is it makes all those punch cards, like the simple one costing things, really useful. In fact, one guy, I was playing with my brother and our friend, we started a game. We actually reset and start over because the character I had, I was just decimating. It was like, if you played a punch, draw a card, then do something else. It's like I just pretty much kept rolling over and over.
Sounds like your kind of card.
Yeah, no, I was the one who decided to stop. I'm like, guys, I can't. This is too good.
Please.
So I'm really excited to see what they do with the Arrow version. Titans, I'm excited about. Play some of the characters from that.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, Arrow. It's cool that they're doing that, but I also feel like it's gonna be weird mixing them.
That's why I like it. It's a crossover. It's a small thing. You're not getting a giant thing. So I think it's perfect.
That's true.
It's the nice size
it's like just a little fun thing.
Yeah, it's a nice thing if you like the show to throw it in.
Yeah. And it'll sell because people like the show.
And I mean, it's like I said, that mean we can see the other properties. I hope they do reach back for maybe some of the other ones. Like I think Young Justice was Young Justice actually pulls from the full cast. Maybe seeing more from the animated Justice League series, Batman Beyond, which both of us big fans of.
Well, I mean, if they're doing this, I feel like the sky's the limit now.
No,
that's
the one thing I'm hoping they do is I think it's time to not forget they can do other properties.
That's true. That's right.
I don't know what else they have. I mean, we've already talked about this with both. Same thing with Legendary. I mean, it's cool to see a lot of our old heroes get in there, but don't forget. Right. These games you guys made these, so you could mix them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So hopefully they'll come up. I'm sure there'll be more. Don't worry. I'm sure Cryptozoic won't give up on beating that horse until it's
I'm sure.
good and buried in the ground. That's all the real news we got.
But you got some. Going back to Kickstarters. Bonus. You actually received.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can have real live action Kickstarter Pickstarter. Yeah, we both did. Well, I got one here that came in called Roots, the game of inventing words, which we haven't had a chance to play at any of these, but
no. Well, when we say just received them,
got them this
like
week.
2 days ago, I think for me.
So that'd be cool to do a little show and tell. It's just cards, and the idea is there are suffixes and prefixes on the board, and you have some in your hand, and you have to combine them, and you're trying to make words, but the words have to fit a theme, and when you make the word, you have to describe how it fits that theme. So there's a little bit of almost like an apples to apples style element to it, where you have to because then everyone votes on who had the best word. And also mixed with a weird language making thing. The one thing that bothered me about it, well, what were you going to say?
No, I'll wait.
I was just going to say this is something that happened.
Oh, I know exactly what it is because you told me.
With Kickstarters, this came with exclusive cards, Kickstarter, that they aren't going to be printing again, supposedly. And everything does not fit in this box once you try to put the exclusive Kickstarter cards in there. So I made it work. You can do it. You kind of like...
But not really fit, not like in nice...
The box will always be a little bit... I mean, that's actually pretty good. I actually made it work pretty well, but it was a challenge.
It's all the packing here.
Yeah, so that was something.
No, I think this is really cool. I remember when you first told me about it, I thought it was first of all, it's right up your alley.
Yeah,
I thought. Second, the idea is because apples can sometimes turn into, I feel like, a lot of just, he played the Godzilla card.
Right. I know what he likes.
I mean, that probably could happen this too, but at the same time, I feel like it's sort of...
Also, the voting is secret.
That's good, but I think it's just fun to come up with silly words and why they fit whatever. Yeah. Like, the idea just sounds fun.
Also, the exclusive cards are like the different categories you have to match. And the normal game, it's like real stuff. The extra ones are like celebrity names and like Harry Potter stuff.
Oh my god.
So it's a lot of fun.
Celebrity? Oh, that's too good. Oh.
There's one that's all like different religions and different like political
we have to play
affiliations. That.
Yeah. But the one I got, if you didn't notice, the statue's been sitting here the entire time.
I didn't notice that guy.
Yeah, I actually came with the Kickstarter I got. This is heavy.
You can hear the struggle.
Agents of Smirsh.
Yeah.
This is actually, I believe, their second printing. I also got the expansion and some Kickstarter exclusives. Oops, probably hit that. Which did fit in the box. I haven't tried to fit this in because I'm like, but I'm really excited about this because I know when I backed it, you're like, and you told me you're like, oh, you're backing that, like.
Yeah, I was really happy you backed it, so I didn't have to back it because it sounded really awesome to me.
Well, because it's a storytelling adventure game. Pretty much, there's a whole huge book in here.
Yeah, when you handed me that game,
It's 8 pounds. We weighed it. But you want to grab the big ringed book in there?
Oh yeah. It's a hefty boy.
Yeah, but it makes me think of like the closest thing to in the ways of sort of playing a video game. Mm-hmm. Like you're just going through a story.
Right.
And I think that's really cool.
It's co-op, yeah.
Yeah, it's co-op because it's supposed to take place during the Cold War. You got a really nice board here.
When everybody got along.
Yeah. Why do you think it's called the Cold War? Everyone was chill.
Did you make that up?
I guess.
Good. That's good. Yeah. So I'm real excited to try both of those.
This would be another great game to put on the shelf in which we say we're gonna play and we'll never get.
Yeah. Well, I noticed one thing already. 1 to 4 players.
Oh boy.
The magic number.
Speaking of which, this weekend we had our usual game night, and we had 6 people. Well, technically 7, but
we had people giving it out, but yeah.
And so we argued about the first game, and I was just like, and someone suggested Dead of Winter, but that has a max of 5. So I was like, you know what? You guys play it. I have my 3DS. I'll wait the 1 to 2 hours you play, and
we
then
should
we'll
also
join
put
the
a
next game.
disclaimer beforehand because there's a lot of people probably who are like just mad that we're talking about Dead of Winter because they can't get a copy.
Well, didn't you buy yours at Gen
I got it at Board Game Geek Con.
Oh,
yeah.
Board Game
So
Geek,
we can't even get our own copies.
Yeah,
outside of conventions. They have them at Origins. Check it out. You missed it. Keep going.
Well, anyways, so I'm thinking it's 1 to 2 hours, at least a few times we played it before.
Yeah, so that's an underestimation. Well, first of all, I'll go on to finish the story.
So I'm like, okay, I'll get in the next game, or we'll split into 2, whatever the case would be. How long did that take?
It took a long time. Okay, so first of all, we of course, for some stupid reason, chose the scenario that was described as long. Mm-hmm. We must have been playing for about 5 hours. About 5 hours. The suggested length, of course, is probably, I think it was 2 to 3. Mm-hmm. So we exceeded that by a little bit. Yeah.
I have to congratulate you on convincing someone they might have accidentally put in a gasoline card, even though they knew they put in a food card. If you haven't guessed, he was the traitor.
I was the betrayer, and it was kind of exciting to be the betrayer, but I find it difficult to be the betrayer in that game.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to disguise yourself, and a lot of times, like, I found myself, spending cards so we could survive because I had to, but then I was like, wait, that's not my goal. I messed up.
Imagine, the first time we played, I came in halfway through and someone left. This is at Gen Con. So I go to sit down, I take his place, I'm like, okay. And I'm the betrayer. Like, halfway through the game. It's just...
Yeah, it's a little rough, and I made an early move when it was me and Neil both put in... we were the only 2 people who put in, so I put in a negative card.
But you assumed that other people were going to put in.
Right, because I was the first player.
Right.
So once I realized no one else was going to put in, everyone was going to know one of the 2 of us was the traitor.
And yet...
So I had to spin it that one of us made a mistake. And it was kind of successful.
No, it was, because no one thought you were...
Yeah.
The best thing was, then later, Neil put you to a vote... And everyone said no.
You can exile someone if you think they're a bad guy.
And then afterwards...
The second after the vote didn't go through...
You did resolving fact. And because of where Jonathan moved, which was an accident, it turns out, you killed off someone else's character.
And they're like, oh, why didn't you build something there? I was like, I was searching. Because although it wasn't really intentional to kill him, at that mode I was in full on, all I need to do is draw my cards until the game ends and win. So I was just searching. And it ended up, not only could I not find all my search cards, but
you had to find more.
Yeah, they did exile me.
After that, but just everyone's reaction just... Like, just voting no, and then you're just like...
Everyone was like, no, he's helping us out. I trust him. And then immediately... Oh. Wow.
Yeah, but you got punched afterwards with that.
Yeah, and it turned out no one won.
Yep.
So just like a good game should go. So that was a lessons learned there.
Look at how long the scenario is.
Know how to play games in advance. Pay attention to game 100% all the way through. Be quick about everything you're doing, or at least somewhat quicker. And keep morale high with snacks and singing.
Well, we did. We had plenty of food
We
delivered.
did, yeah. It was a little sad.
But
ended up being the only game we played.
in the end, I think it also comes back. I don't know whether it's just us. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. Our game libraries are like 1 to 4, as Jonathan pointed out with Ancient.
Yeah, this was even a luxury because it was 5.
Yeah, 5 is the.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like really rare, or it's like anything after that, you're going for a long haul, like Arkham or what's the one Garrett always brings that I keep forgetting?
Eldritch Eclipse.
Eclipse, thank you.
Yeah, or also our curse is that we take forever in every game. But we did play another game later in the week, which was The End of the World, the fantasy
we started,
RPG.
we should say.
That's true. We sort of prepped to play.
Well, no, because you can't play that in one day, so I didn't want them.
Right. So there's an RPG from Fantasy Flight. If you haven't heard, we sell it, called End of the World. Explain it.
It's part of a series. There's going to be 4 books, if I recall correctly. The first one is out. Second one is coming out
later this year.
Later this year, pretty soon actually, I think, within the next coming months or so. The first one that's out, the one we actually got our chance to start and play, is The End of the World Zombies. In this one, it explains how the actual whole game works. I'm the game master, and everyone else is the player. You actually, you choose to play as yourself. And you actually have to think of how strong you are, how good your mental, which is really fun to watch because then you all vote on whether the person thought you put too many points, too little points.
Yeah, so we didn't actually start playing, but we did all our character prep work, and yeah, everybody. It was weird. Basically, yeah, like you said, you vote on whether or not secretly you think that person, they could be a little stronger, or no, they're overselling themselves.
Right, and it's really fun, and especially in my role because I'm just like, huh.
And then you also, it was kind of hard for me and for some other people, because we're playing with a group where half of us don't really know the other half.
Because I pretty much
tricky.
a group from half of my friends from college, half
of us.
Actually, there's only one you really don't know.
Yeah, only really one.
The other one you've met, I feel like.
I know him well enough.
No, that's why he pretty much did equal for everyone, all your guys' votes.
That's what I did for his too. I was like, I trust him.
But another fun part about this is because then you also have to give yourself positive and negative traits.
Right.
So then we're all sitting down like, what's a positive physical trait for me?
I was sitting there for 5 minutes like, I can't come up with anything. I'm drawing a blank. Eventually I decided I can curl up into a ball and hide easily.
Yeah.
Which I think is a pretty good one.
No, actually, I can consider not just curl up in the ball and hide, which is also negative because you're just going to be crying in a corner. But something's a narrow alleyway, you're going to be able to get through much easier or something.
That's true, yeah.
That's how I
used the word compact.
Yes.
That's true. I think, what were some other ones? We took some from the book.
Yeah, your whole mental one, it's avoid math,
bad
directions. And what's your good one?
For mental, I said creative.
Creative. I like the way you just said that.
Because it's hard to come up with a positive trait and not feel like a jerk, because you're like coming up with,
Well, I mean, some of the other ones that came up, someone was sexy. And, I forget what our friend, he came up with a good one. I think it was for mental, like when he works in a group, it was like that TV show.
Oh, he had something to do with Figure It Out?
Yeah, he said...
from Nickeloodian? Yeah. I don't know what he was talking about.
He's talking about, like, when he works in a group, he can help, like, he does better when, like, working in a group solving puzzles.
Sure. I also thought it was, like, me and Neil both had, like, our starting stats were the exact same that we chose.
Yeah, you both were like, physical. Yeah, no physical.
So that was good.
And then we went over items, which is cool, pretty much the starting scenario. We should also mention each one. This is what I really like about it. It comes with 5 different ways, if you can't guess, the 5 ways zombies could occur. Bacterial,
like
infection,
scenarios,
alien, yeah. But each one then goes in 2 parts. It's the actual apocalypse, the zombies. Then there's the post-apocalypse, pretty much what happens. In some cases, they cured a disease, but bad thing happened from the cure. Zombies overrun. Cannibals. That's really cool because when we're gonna be playing this, you guys are gonna get through that, and then all of a sudden you're gonna have to completely flip. If you
you're gonna
because I want you guys to make it. I won't lie. Whether you make it in one piece though.
All right, that'd be awesome.
But and also I gotta say, reading through some of these do have difficulty levels. Well, it could be because of the zombies. Like if you think about how zombies work. You can think how some are much harder than others. Like, there's the slow walkers, there's the runners.
Yeah, but definitely I think we want to try, we'll see if it's feasible to record our sessions maybe.
That would be really cool.
We'll put them up for people. We can put our character sheets up so people can see what we're doing
and how you all start losing limbs and stuff.
That would be a fun one, and it would be fun to start doing that with D&D too. But that's another whole other issue.
I do want to note that in case for whatever reason you don't feel comfortable sharing like maybe stuff about yourself or seeing certain people die. By the way, spoilers. I'm going to die because I'm telling the story. Well, I'm telling the story. I have
in the
to.
Game.
Yeah.
In the game.
But you can choose to make fictional characters as well. They tell you how to do that as well.
Right.
So because they don't want anyone to be too comfortable. The point is to have fun, play the game.
It is. You have to have a little bit of thick skin to do it.
Well, this one's zombies. To be fair, we're starting with a real gruesome one.
Yeah.
By the way, the other ones, in case you're curious, the one coming out next is Elder Gods, I believe, and then it's robots and aliens.
I actually think those are all pretty good. Like zombies is nice because even though you're probably not playing with a bunch of pro wrestlers, like zombies aren't about strength. You just need to be able to hit them in the head and don't be overwhelmed.
Not only that,
there's other avenues.
Well, think about most zombie apocalyptic movies are good ones. Like a lot of it could actually
people.
Yeah.
yeah. We always say it.
Oh,
yeah, it's true.
Also, just a funny note because I brought it to a family reunion. My uncle there's huge zombie nerd.
Yeah.
He's like, that's from this movie. That's from this movie. That's from he just the entire book showed how
that's cool.
Quoted from other things.
I don't know. Do we have any other? There were a few, just a few quick YouTube comments we could go through.
Probably.
To wrap us up, from some of our best friends who love to watch our video.
You mean like this guy here?
Like that guy there? Like I assume that's the head agent of SMERSH. He's like the Nick Fury.
Could be the villain. I'm not sure yet. Right. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, might be right, laddie. No offense to any, I don't know, Scottish people. First of all, we got some comments on the audio, some positive, some feedback, some people saying good job. Sounds a lot better, so that's good.
Because I only heard negative from my producer.
Well, we had some issues, but overall, people really like it, so happy about that. That's his job. So thanks we're happy about that, compliments. Tick is great, recommended an RPG, Savage Worlds, which mixes, because we were talking about mixing genres last week in RPGs. He said in this one, you can travel through all kinds of different planets. And in his group, there's like steampunk world, there's Wild West, there's a pirate one. There's all so you could jump through anything could happen.
That just makes me think of those kid shows let's go to Pirate World,
yeah.
When you have like somehow a specific island that just happens to be perfectly pirate themed.
So definitely check that out.
All right,
if you have time. He also recommended, we talked about inserts last week, recommended inserthere.me, as it's the website, that's the URL. And he said he's got inserts from them for Dead of Winter and Lords of Waterdeep and Spectre Ops. So.
Ooh, that's what you read that. We were gonna play that if we didn't.
Yeah, although Spectre Ops is not a very. There's not a lot in it. It's not like an.
You don't feel the need.
At least not at this time. But it's always nice just to have it. So he said he'd take some photos. I told him to take some photos, but he didn't send us any. So we'll see. Tweet him at us, and we'll retweet you or something. And Falcon Ash K also mentioned we were talking about the new Versus LCG, not LCG, and how it has a main leader.
Right.
He said there was a World of Warcraft TCG. Did the same thing.
And did he play it?
Nope. Didn't say anything about that. I assume he did. I
was just wondering if he said whether he liked it or disliked it.
No, we don't know.
No, it's definitely curious, and like you said then.
And I don't know if we mentioned Pixel Tactics also does a similar thing, where I don't think they.
I haven't played Pixel Tactics. Oh.
Yeah.
You have
I don't think they.
That's what I was thinking. Why are you?
They you lose if they die, but you do have a main guy, I think. Anyway, so that's our, thanks for the feedback as always. Keep them coming. If you haven't written in, we want to hear from you.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
We want it.
Even if it's not maybe on last episode, we'll definitely talk about on other things. Right. Like if you just recently watched one of our playbacks.
If you have a question about any board game related issue, throw it at us. And we'll tell you how to do that. In addition to comments, you can send us an email, rollforcrit@gmail.com.
And as you mentioned earlier, you can also tweet us at rollforcrit. Or, of course, our personal Twitters. And
then there's subscribe on iTunes, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, et cetera, and our website, rollforcrit.com. You can find links to all of those things, videos, news, plus, most importantly, we sell games. Great prices, crit points, all kinds of crazy stuff. Go check it out. What did we talk about today? We have Smash Up. We have
Kickstarters.
Not Dead of Winter, unless it comes back in
received.
print. Yeah, lots of fun stuff.
The DC deck building game. I mean, so much more.
And all the Origins news will be up there before
Yeah.
next week's podcast if you can't wait.
Yep.
Otherwise, anything else? Because I think we are done.
Yeah, I think for now we'll wait and see if anything else special comes out of Origin, or if they'll just tell us more things at Gen Con.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know.
Is Origins just like the previews for Gen Con?
Let us know, since Origins will be happening, what you liked the most about Origins, so that we can
If you
talk
were there.
about it. Yeah, if you went
Yeah,
there.
we'd love to hear about that, your experience.
Exactly. So take us home.
Yeah, well, for now, I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and you've been watching Roll for Crit.